Hello, welcome to Cornwall. My name's Andy Paramore, this is Andy's Cornish Creations, and I hope you all had a great Christmas. It's in the little lull between the two, between Christmas and the New Year at the moment, and I'm out in the workshop for the first time, and in this video I'm going to be turning these two little bits of log into a rhinoceros. I've done another couple of, well, a few now, little animals made from these logs, and it's again it's a piece of hazel, and it's been in my workshop for about a year. Just a branch stuck up in a corner, nothing special done to it, but so it's fairly dried but not fully, but when I get the wax on and stuff it should be okay. So let's get it on the lathe. I'm going to get it I'm going to get a tenon on the end and fit it into the chuck first with both pieces. I'll get them both ready and then I'll come back to you when they're both mounted up in the chuck. Okay, so I decided to show you the making of the tenon, just for anybody that hadn't seen it done before. So I've made the tenon in the end, I've mounted it on the chuck, and now I'm just turning it down to round. Only half the log needs doing because I don't need the whole log to make the body, which is what this is. And the three lines there, that line with I'm parting off now is the top, and the one there is the base. Right, I'm starting to shape the body, and it's just trying to make a ball really, with a little foot at the bottom. That it's a sort of stylized version of the rhinoceros's feet, but very, very simplified take on it. So there I can get rid of the top altogether. I've got support with the chuck, so I can remove the top and get rid of the tailstock support. Right, starting to sand up. I went from 80 grit to 320. I've just applied some abrasive paste and then some wood wax 22, or any wax polish would be fine. That's got a nice finish on it, and there I'm coming in just to part off the body from the log. This is the piece that I'm going to make the head and horn out of. I've already got it mounted up on the chuck, same process as before. And again, for the head, all I need to do is to make a ball in effect. So just trying to keep it nice and round, and that's what I use the skew for. It just takes out some of the sort of unevenness that a gouge can leave. That line there just give me an idea of where I'm going to cut it off and have the flat on the head. Again, same process with the finishing, and there I can part it off. That's the head ready. This is going to be the horn. So I've got one end that's round and the other end is sort of coming to a point where the tip of the horn will be. I'm careful not to take
take it down too far, because I've got to sand it yet. So again, I'm going on with the skew just to get rid of any ridges or anything, just on the back end of it, and then I'll sand it and do the finishing, and then I'll use the skew to get it down to a point, because when I finish with the skew it leaves such a nice surface that it'll need little or no sanding. This one actually, it twisted off, which tends to leave a little hole in the end, so I had to do a little bit of work with a knife just to get rid of the little hole in the end, but nothing that can't be solved. Here I'm on the belt sander, bench belt sander. I've put a flat on the body, and a flat on the head, and a flat on the nose, and I'm just offering them up to each other just to try and get them to marry up. It really is just a case of trial and error to get it to work right. This one did finish up a little bit, sort of skewed to one side, but it's all part of the character of the thing, I think. Here, someone suggested that I shouldn't be using plastic for the eyes, so I got a piece of ebony and I used my little spanner trick with a 4.5mm spanner there to turn a little dowel out of the ebony, and then I'll just polish the very tip and then just cut a little piece off it with the skew. Skew is the best thing to use, it's nice and tidy, and then just snap it off. And the same with the second one. But it's a good idea not to use the plastic. There's too much plastic in the world. But it did add quite a bit to the job. Here I'm marking the eyes and the ears, and I'm using my punch just so that it's easier when I come to drill it and the drill goes down where the punch hole was. It's a 4.5mm drill for the eyes, and I think I used a 5.5mm for the ears. They need a little bit more room for the leather to be poked in. I've got some long-nosed pliers, bit of super glue, pop the eye in onto the next one. Just make sure they're both the same. A little disc of leather, it's just a little round disc, and roll it on one edge, on one corner, well, not corner, but, and a bit of super glue just to hold its form, and that allows a little point to be able to poke into the hole with, again, a little dab of super glue. And that's it.
Okay, so there we have it, all finished. Stylized, let's call it rhinoceros. It does look a bit like a rhino. Relatively easy to do. The things you've got to watch out for are the grinding down the flat surfaces. If you grind one too much, then it overlaps the other one, and getting the angles right, it's a bit tricky. And I can guarantee you that if you do more than one, every single one will look different. So we've got the ebony eyes and little leather ears, and he's got a couple of friends actually now. I do try and, if I can, I make a prototype out of a piece of pine, and that's what that one is. So he's the original, and you can see there are little differences in size and what have you. And then he's got another friend that I changed the horn slightly, and he's a little bit bigger, but you get the idea. He wants to, obviously he wants to come in for a closer look. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all those good things. And it's raining a minute ago, but it's stopped raining now, and it's the day after New Year's Day now, so it's taken a while for me to get this one out. But I've been doing up our kitchen, so I've been spending my time in the house and in the workshop doing that sort of stuff. So, my name's Andy Paramore, this is Andy's Cornish Creations, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.